I don't really see why it's a problem that my mother, you know, the grandmother of my child has to.
Well, because I'm not the one that got pregnant on prom night. You wouldn't be having this problem.
Okay.
That wasn't my decision.
Okay, but you're my mother.
It is your responsibility.
I just feel like I don't really have to owe her anything.
Because she's your mom, you don't believe you need to pay her something.
That's what I thought.
Get ready, everyone, because this courtroom drama is about to get wild. We've got an entitled mom who seems to think parenting is just an optional hobby while grandma should be on full-time nanny duty. Meanwhile, she's out here living her self-care dream like raising her own kids is someone else's job. Honestly, this woman is so disconnected from reality. I wouldn't be surprised if she expected a standing ovation just for showing up today. But here's the best part. The judge is about to hit her with a truth bomb so brutal, it might just crash her Wi-Fi. So, where do you stand? Are you backing Teen Grandma, or do you actually think this mom has a case? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's break this down together.
Really great daughter, however we have a kind of a bad situation. My daughter seems to be so busy sometimes that I think she knows she's a mom, but she kind of has other responsibilities that she's kind of putting in the forefront of everything. And so it's the last 2 years it's kind of gotten difficult for me. We have one baby girl, her name is London, and she's almost 2, and my daughter is trying to go to college, work, be a mom, and you know, everything else that she wants to be. And so it's just gotten to a point where it's kind of ridiculous because I need some assistance financially, and unfortunately I'm not getting it.
So I am a full-time student, college student.
Okay.
So I'm spending most of my times, you know, at nights going to school. But on top of that, I also work for the university during the day.
What do you do?
I'm actually an intern, full-time intern for the psychology program. And so.
Is that a paid position?
Yes, it is.
How much are you paid?
Well, I just got a promotion.
That's
to
good.
50,000.
Okay.
Yeah. I just feel like I work, you know, all day. I go to school at nights. I don't come home.
Congratulations. We all work all day.
Yeah, I don't get home until like midnight, and I mean, I don't really see why it's a problem that my mother, you know, the grandmother of my child has to.
Well, because I'm not the one that got pregnant on prom night. You wouldn't be having this problem.
Okay.
That wasn't my decision.
Okay, but you're my mother, right?
I
you
had
always
one
said
child.
you wanted a grandchild, didn't
I
you?
had one child. Yes, I wanted a grandchild, but it would have been nice if you would have got married first and had someone to share the responsibility with, not me.
You know, I can't do it by myself though.
You're not doing it by yourself.
I'm trying to use that money, right? So that way I can pay for my tuition for college.
Well, I can appreciate that, honey, but you know what? Your responsibility, your main responsibility is being a mom.
I agree with your mom. This is your child, and you said something very key while you were talking. You said grandmother.
Right.
You're her child. She raised you. It is not her responsibility to raise your child.
Right.
It is your responsibility.
I just feel like I don't really have to owe her anything.
You don't feel like you should pay your mother? If your daughter were going to daycare, you would be paying the daycare, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you feel like they should be paid?
Yes.
They're taking care of your child, looking after your child, changing diapers, feedings. They should be paid, right?
Right.
Your mother is doing everything I just named, correct?
Yes.
So it logically follows that she should be paid too, right?
Yeah.
So what's your issue?
Well, she uses her money for the school loans, and I can appreciate that she doesn't want to have school debt.
Right.
But
Yeah,
now
that's a
that
good
she's
thing.
making more money, she's going to have to give me a little bit of that. They live with me. The house is paid. We don't have that bill. So I know she wants to be responsible and not have any debt, but you know, mommy doesn't need to be having no debt and worried about diapers and all that too. And she does try to help, but it's just not enough. And now that she's got a promotion, I feel like she needs to take a little bit more responsibility. I've done everything I can, sweetie.
You know that I'm a double major, right?
I know that, sweetheart. But like I said,
I can't afford
London
to
is
do that.
important too. So,
I know she is. And that's why I leave her with you.
well, just like I did a good job with raising
I
you.
leave her with you, and you leave your child with your mother and do not believe that your mother should receive some sort of financial assistance.
I feel like I give something back by being in school.
This woman is so out of touch, she might as well be living on another planet, probably one where custody laws and common sense don't exist. Seriously, when did being in school become a get-out-of-parenting-free card? Pretty sure I missed that lesson in law class. I really feel for this poor grandma. She seems like the kind of sweet lady who bakes cookies for the neighbors, not someone who should be stuck raising her grown daughter's kids just because mom doesn't understand that parental responsibility isn't something you can just hand off to someone else. Major props to the judge, though. She handled this delusional mess like a pro and dropped a reality check so hard, it might as well have come with a gavel to the face. But here's the real question. Will this entitled train wreck actually have to pay up and support her own kids? Stick around, because this final verdict is about to spill some serious legal tea.
You get that education.
What are you
that
giving
degree?
back by being in school?
I'm giving her.
What are your plans after school?
Well, I'm majoring also in psychology, so
Okay.
I planned on opening my own clinic, doing a clinical psychologist, and then from there I could, take care of my own daughter by then. I just right now need
And
some
move
assistance. Yeah, move out.
And your mom still takes care of the baby?
No, I could take care of the baby by then. I just need a little bit of help.
You
and
can take care
assistance.
of the baby by yourself now.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that.
So I'm still not hearing what your issue is.
My issue is just
Because she's your mom, you don't believe you need to pay her something.
that's what I thought.
Because if you think about it, you really don't live there. You just going to sleep. Mom is taking care of the baby. You'd agree with me, right? If you're
Yeah.
coming in at midnight, the baby is with your mom all day. You're literally coming to the house, not seeing the baby, because if it's at midnight, the baby is asleep, I'm assuming.
Right.
And you're going right back out
I
to go
tuck
to
her
school
in.
and work.
I tuck her in.
She's already tucked in, so you just pull the covers over a little higher.
I give her
That's
a
what you do?
kiss goodnight.
Sometimes she wakes her up, Judge, and just to play
You
with her
wake
for a
up
little
the
while.
baby
I
at
mean,
midnight.
just so I can give her a kiss, read her little stories, so that way there is some sort of bonding between us. Since I do work, all night long and go to school and all that.
Oh, well, that's nice. But what's going to be nicer is you're going to give your mother some of that money for taking care of your child, because she is footing the bill. She's taking care of everything. And if you think about it, technically you're not even living with her. You're only staying there at night for a couple of hours. And the baby is with your mom. And I'm assuming this happens on the weekends too?
No, on the weekends she does stay home, and she does help. And like I said, she doesn't like that. She's not like that girl that goes clubbing and stuff. She does take that responsibility serious.
Yes.
It's just her job and school, and now she's going to work full time. Now she's going to be working more with the promotion.
Right, 'cause I got that promotion.
That kind of leaves us with a little extra money and no time, because we hardly had any time now. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like now that she's going full time.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start your child support so you can at least give mom some sort of assistance. Now, at the time that you move out of the house and you have the child on your own 100%, mom is not babysitting. Mom is not even babysitting. The child is living with your mom.
Okay.
If the child is no longer living with your mom, your daughter is with you 100% of the time, then you can come back and see me to stop child support at that time.
Okay.
But until that happens, mom is going to receive some sort of financial break, essentially,
Right.
until that time happens. So it's going to be based off your income, and you just said that you make $50,000 a year now. So at $50,000 a year, that brings your gross to $4,167. Your net is $3,516.78. So what I'll do is order you to be responsible for that health insurance and give you a credit of $100 towards the health insurance, okay?
Okay.
So that'll make your monthly child support obligation $803 to your mother.
Sorry, baby. You got to learn.
Okay.
Justice served, folks. Hopefully, that $800 a month helps Grandma cover diapers, food, and maybe even a well-earned spa day, because after this mess, she deserves it. By the end of it, the entitled daughter didn't seem as unbearable. Maybe, just maybe, the judge's reality check actually got through to her. What do you guys think? Did she finally get the message, or is she just going to play the victim the next time her mom asks for a little accountability? Let's be real. Balancing school and parenting isn't impossible. Plenty of people do it every day without dumping their responsibilities onto someone else. The least she could do is step up and help her mom instead of treating her like a free daycare service. Like, seriously. Asterisk, even a simple, thank you asterisk for raising her child while she scrolls TikTok would go a long way. But nope, she'd rather act like she's too busy, as if her mom doesn't already have a life of her own. Some people just don't get it until the law steps in and spells it out for them. And can we talk about child support for a second? It's wild how some people act like paying for their own kids is some kind of injustice. Newsflash, if you bring a child into this world, it's your job to provide for them. You don't get to opt out just because you're busy, still finding yourself, or whatever excuse you're running with. The law doesn't care if you're in school, working, or chilling on Mars. Parenting isn't something you can defer like student loans. It's 2024. We have laws for this for a reason. And this judge absolutely nailed it. Props to her for laying down the law and reminding this woman that motherhood isn't a part-time gig. And major respect to Grandma for holding it together through all of this. Imagine raising your kid, then having to raise their kid because they decided parenting wasn't convenient. She's the real MVP here, and I hope she spends that $800 on something nice, because honestly, she deserves more than just financial help. She deserves peace of mind. So, what do you guys think? Did the judge get it right, or should she have been even tougher? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. And remember, if you can't handle parenting, maybe don't have kids. Or at the very least, don't try to dump them on someone else. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.